Welcome back to Valgard. Now this is a huge episode, probably one of our biggest. Now as I'm sure most of you have seen, Dracon has been testing, which is amazing because even in the last episode we didn't even have the vehicles on site, and you can even see one behind me there sat in the station waiting to be tested. It's so exciting to see this brand new roller coaster here at Paultons, our first with inversions, start going around the track. But of course, while Dracon has stolen the headlines, quite deservedly, there has been so much progress going on out here in Valgard that we're excited to show you. So let's go have a look. Alongside the concrete flooring, we've also started putting in a lot of the fencing around the site. Now this has a really nice character. It's not just a straight timber fence. We've got these slanted tops on the fencing, which makes it really blend into the area and gives it that sort of rough look that, of course, the Vikings would have had. They wouldn't have had a straight fence. They would have had logs that are roughly cut and stuck up, which is what we've done. Around the back as well, we've got the metal posts in. We've done this from the start in this area. Those of you that watched our maintenance update earlier in the year will know that we added metal posts like this into Tornado Springs, so done that from the start here to give the fence a nice long life here in Valgard. Now this isn't the final colour for the fence. We are going to stain this to bring it into the rest of the area because a lot of the timbers and the colours are more dark, a darker wood, a darker timber, so we're going to give this a stain so that it's not, doesn't look brand new. So over here in the main entrance plaza area, the biggest change, as you can quite clearly see, is that the themed flooring has gone down. Now this is a concrete finish, but it's a exposed aggregate concrete finish. Now what that means is that essentially we pour the concrete as normal, and then you apply a chemical to the top which stops the top few mil going off, and then you wait for the bottom layers to go off, and then you come back the next day and jet wash the top off, and then that exposes the stone underneath, and it gives a really nice natural finish to Valgard. And we're really excited about this. Things that really adds to the area, blends in. You shouldn't really notice the flooring. It should just be part of the whole area, and it should just feel like it's a natural finish, which is exactly what this is, and I think it looks fantastic. You'll also notice a little bit of stamped concrete here around this area of the entrance, and this sort of breaks up the main park area from Valgard and gives a nice transition through into the main plaza area. Now over in the Build Swing queue line, I kept saying that there were some exciting props coming to this area, and here they are. The trolls have taken over. Now there's a few of these dotted around the queue line, and they look fantastic. They really add some great life to this queue line, and the whole idea is that this is sort of the mountain region of Valgard, and the trolls live over here, and they're the cheeky trolls that look after the Build Swing and swing you round and round, and they're a great little addition to this queue line. Not just that, the fencing's gone in as well, and of course the theme flooring that we spoke about earlier has gone in here, and this is the same finish as out in the main area. And looking fantastic. The landscaping looks so good here, and we're really excited. It's a small thing, the queue line, you might not spend that long in the queue line, hopefully here at Paultons, but it's still important that you get a great experience as you're cooking for the rides. This will have its own soundtrack too, and we're excited to start putting those in, those sort of utilities like lamp posts and speakers. That all needs to start being done in these areas too, and that'll be the next thing to come in the Build Swing queue line. Over at the feasting hall, there is loads of work taking place, and it's probably been one of the busiest buildings out on site over the past few weeks. Now one of the big milestones is that the kitchen is nearly finished, nearly commissioned. That'll happen over the next week or so, and then when that's done we'll be able to start cooking some food in here, which is proper exciting as well. And we're looking forward to tasting the first items that come out of that kitchen. Now that's really cool because it's starting to turn the building into an actual restaurant rather than just feeling like a structural building. It's now actually turning into something that we can actually use, which is great. As well as that, some of the IT infrastructure is going in, so the screens, ordering screens, and the screens above the counter as well, and the self-service kiosks behind me as well going in. Now we have 8 self-service kiosks going in, and there's 7 screens above the counter, so there's a lot of infrastructure going in here now that we need to start configuring and working on to make sure they're ready for the guests to use. One thing we haven't really touched on in this building, or any of the buildings really, is the massive electrical fit out that has to go on behind the scenes. Now our electricians have been working super hard on this, and there's probably thousands of meters of cable, Cat5, power, all these relays and distribution boards got to be wired in, and the main power is taken from our transformers that are just outside. So there's a massive amount of work goes on behind the scenes, especially for a building as big as this and as complicated as this, with a lot of high powered equipment. There's gas to worry about in here as well, so there's a lot of work going on in here behind the scenes. They're doing a fantastic job. I don't know what any of this does, but it's important, I know that much. As well as everything else, the final pieces of carpentry work have been taking place in the feasting hall, and you can see behind me a really cool shelving unit that our carpenters have built, and this allows us to put more props on there and sort of segregates the 2 halls really nicely, which is pretty cool. At the bottom we've got a wall, and that's where some of the seating we push up against. There's a lot of plans for seating in here, and that's one of the next stages to start putting in the fixtures and fittings, the seating, and we've got some really exciting plans for that, which we're looking forward to showing you in a future update. The flooring is also completed, and that's now been protected protected by this Corex matting, to make sure it doesn't get damaged while the work still takes place in here. But it's all down underneath this and all finished, and it looks fantastic. And it's always a great moment when you pedal that back and you start seeing it, the building, you know, properly finished, and it's really exciting. As well as everything else in here, some of the theming's been installed, such as the flags above the doorway and this amazing stone giant behind me. Now this is one of the biggest bits of theming we've ordered here for Valgard, and the mouth lights up, the eyes light up. It's going to be a fantastic piece here in the feasting hall. In our last video we showed you the start of the construction of our new playground here in Valgard, and as you can see it is pretty much done. Looks brilliant, a fantastic addition, and it shows that Valgard isn't just about big thrill rides, it's for everyone, for little ones as well, and this playground is going to be a fantastic addition to the park and to Valgard. Now the last thing to do is the surfacing, and that's planned for the next few weeks, and then it's to be finished. We'll fence this off, tape it off so no one else can get in here apart from us to have a go, and be ready for guests in May. Over at the Raven entrance you can see we've installed the brand new portal for the queue line, and it looks so good. We're really excited about this one. I think it's probably my favourite one, with the two ravens on the side, the little details on the wording. It's really cool. I'm pretty excited about it, as you can probably tell. There's even more to go on here. There's a few bits to go on the top, maybe even some animated parts on this sign as well. You're going to have to wait and see for a future update what that looks like. Here inside the Raven Station building, there has been some work taking place. We've got these walls in, and inside here there'll be some props of theming. We've got a few of these dotted around the place, a lot more decoration taking place in here, and we've laid out the queue line and agreed where this is going to go, where the new queue line will run and will lay out, and how guests will queue up for this attraction. In preparation for the finished flooring to go down, we've scabbled the floor. Scabbling is basically roughening it up, and that gives a good surface for any tiles that we stick down to adhere to on the floor. So there's a lot of work going on in here, getting the ride ready to open. We have started the first steps to get this ride back ready to run again. Obviously it's only a few months now before we need guests back on this and enjoying the attraction. So part of the process is actually replacing the chain. So the lift hill chain, you can see, isn't there at the moment, so we've taken that out, and that's in preparation for painting. So that will start again in the next few weeks. As you can see, there's some bits here that are still left to do, and under the station as well. So the scaffolding that I'm stood on top of the track is going to be taken out in the next few days, and then we can get underneath, start painting, and start commissioning the ride again, ready for opening in May. In the two buildings in the Raven area, which are the old Snake Pit food kiosk and our ride photo kiosk, these have been reclad and rethemed, and decoration has started on here, and there's some new signage to go on. Internally in the old Snake Pit kiosk, we've done some new fit out of some kitchen equipment and some counters, and just given it a freshen up, really ready for opening in May. Over in Raven's final helix, we've added our third and final birdhouse. Now this is the same as the smaller birdhouse in the other part of the ride, but it was actually a late addition to our theming order. We felt that this area needed some height and some more interest and a nice near miss element to end the ride. So excited to see this in, and I think it does exactly that, add some really nice height to this part of the area and the attraction. Externally in the Raven queue line area, the team have started to lay out some of the shape of this, so you can kind of see how this is going to lead up. We're going to build some steps here for people to enter the queue line area inside the station building. This will be landscaped nicely, of course, by our talented team, and it's going to really look great. And finally, we haven't forgotten about the famous Cobra tunnel. Now this was an iconic part of the old Cobra ride, and something people really loved about this attraction, and we've given it a reclad to bring it into Raven's theme. The insides will all be decorated, and we've got something really exciting to go on this part here for the near miss, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to go on the ride to find out. And of course we have to talk about our brand new roller coaster Dracon. Now it feels like it wasn't long ago since we filmed our last update for you, and the vehicles weren't even here yet, and now a few weeks later vehicles are here, they're on track, they're going around the full layout, and it looks so good. We're so excited and pleased to see this coaster finally turning a wheel on the track, and it is so cool. It looks the part, it looks brilliant, the vehicle looks amazing as well. And if you haven't seen our video which revealed the design for the vehicles, make sure you check it out, because we're super proud of how it turned out, especially in the short time frame we had to film it. Now Dracon has been a long project for us. Well, of course you guys have known about it for under a year. It's been 2 or 3 years in the planning for us, so it's really rewarding, and a lot of hard work from a lot of important people that have gone in to a coaster like this, from the foundations to the layout of the track to the vehicle design, working with a lot of people to make this come to fruition, and it's really rewarding to see it go around for the first time. And of course, Drakon, our brand new roller coaster, has started testing, and this is so exciting. The vehicles have arrived on the track and they're going round, and it's incredibly rewarding seeing this go over the top after many years of planning. That's cool. She's cool. She's a cool coaster. Now inside the Dracon station building, the transformation has been huge. Last time we were in here, there was scaffolding all in here, and our carpenters and decorators were working tirelessly to get everything ready and sorted for the testing period to begin. Now obviously you can't test a ride with scaffolding over the track, so there was a lot of time pressure for the team to get this done, ready for the vehicles to arrive, and the team from Gerstlauer to get here to start testing the attraction. And they managed it, and it was a really big team effort, and we're really thankful for them for working so hard to get this done, because it was a big project, but it looks fantastic. Decoration's brilliant, the theme lighting, the tall ceilings. It's a real Viking roller coaster station, I think, and now the vehicles in here, it really finishes it off. It's looking fantastic. So here we are with Dracon's ride vehicle now. It looks brilliant. The dragon skull on the front, all the detailing around the edges, and the colour really fits in with that Viking theme, and of course the battle vehicle that you're off to fight against Dracon with. Now, as you can see in here, we've got some water dummies at the front and the back. Now, as part of the commissioning process, these dummies have to be placed in every single configuration around the ride vehicle. So you might have 2 at the front, 2 at the back, or 4 at the front, none at the back, 1 in each corner. Every single configuration has to be tested, and the ride also has to go through 2,000 cycles before Gerstlauer will sign it over to us, and we can start doing our testing and our training on it as well. So it's a big process. It takes probably about a month. It'll be a few weeks before we can get people on it, and I'm excited about having the first go. Perks the job, I'm afraid. So now stood here on the exit staircase for Dracon, and you get a great view here of the amazing work our landscaping team have done underneath the ride area. Now, similarly to inside, once the testing period starts, you cannot get under the ride. Obviously, it's a live ride area, so nobody can be in the ride area while Dracon is testing, which is super important. So we had a limited amount of time before the vehicles arrived, before testing started, to get everything we needed to get done underneath here. And obviously here at Paultons, we love to make sure our rides are landscaped underneath and they're looking fantastic. It's still an important part of the attraction, how it looks underneath the coaster. And obviously, as you know, the conditions have been very challenging the past month. We're very pleased to start seeing some sun come out over the past week or so, but it's been mud up to your ankles out there, and our ground working team and our landscape and garden team have worked so hard out there to get that area ready. Not just under Dracon, under Raven as well, because the ride areas are fairly close together. So there's been a lot of work out here. There's some great trees, some great shrubs out there, nice mounds, bits of theming still to go in, but we've got everything we need to get done out here. A lot of soil gone in and a lot of work that's taken place out here. So a massive thank you to our team who have been working really hard out there. So we've jumped over here to our yard area where we've got some theming being installed. Now, over the past week or so, we've taken delivery of 3 full-size containers from the Philippines, chock full of theming for Valgard. And this is one of the elements here. I think we're going to put this in the Dracon ride area. As well as these pieces, we've also got some large theming pieces still to go in, and we're looking forward to showing you those in a future video. So finally, out here on our 2027 site, there's a lot of work going on. The piling has been completed for the foundations, and we've started digging out some of the actual pile caps for the attraction, but can't tell you what it is yet. Got to wait for a few months to find out. And that is it for this construction update. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video as we move closer to opening, only a few months away now. God, are there going to be no bloopers? I'm sure you'll find some. That's really bad. This fence is Will Lift Hill. Look at him go. Does he know how that works? It's the first time. We've got to get it on video. No one will believe you otherwise. Look, I'm here to film your distribution board.
No, you're not in.
Yeah. I told you.
Get out of the way, never.
No, that's really bad. Go 2 Sorry, go 2 minutes. Sorry, Lily. And I'm just babbling really because I'm focusing on not falling off this log. Ta-da! Not worthy. It might be a tad noisy, Matt.
Sorry.
You did warn me. Okay. I was distracted by being run over.
Thanks. Just like 1 minute would be great.
Do my coat up for continuity.
Yeah.
We're always really excited about stuff. Don't tell us we're not excited, because we're excited. Has stuff. Okay. Instruction. No. To the. What am I talking about? Why am I so bad at this? Next. Is that what I normally say? Welcome back to the next Valgard update. Welcome back to the next update on Valgard. Welcome back to Valgard's next. And that's it for this. Good question.